What's up, everybody? Wait for some people to come in and we can rock and roll.
This thing
This
sounds
thing
all right.
sounds all right.
Yeah, you sound clear to me.
Good.
Good.
No echo.
No echo.
That's good. Because usually it would echo by now, like it was on Danny's show last night. What's up, Big Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight we just gonna hang out and talk. I'm echoing on your end, Mike.
Is it him or
Is it
me?
him or me?
Probably me.
Probably mine.
Probably mine.
Hang on, let me
Hang
try.
on, let me try.
If y'all lose
If
me,
y'all lose me,
let's see.
let's see.
Is that any
Is
better?
that any better?
Trying to see if
Trying to
it's
see if it's
still echoing.
still echoing.
Yeah, they need to fix this echo problem.
Well,
Well,
I'm on a laptop.
I'm on a laptop.
I'm on an Android.
I'm not on
I'm
it.
not on it.
John's on his computer. Yeah. StreamYard and Google need to fix that problem. So tonight we just gonna talk about fishing, guys.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm
trying to figure out why.
trying to figure out why.
And I'm on a
And
laptop.
I'm on a laptop.
Awesome, Mike. You got two 20s and a 30.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all gonna
Y'all
make
gonna
me
make
fool around in
around
here.
in here.
That's not
Good.
good.
Oh yeah, Gray Wolf. Take about a week or more. Yeah, it's crazy.
Is that helping
Is that
any?
helping any?
It's not echoing on my end. Awesome, Gray Wolf. 53 days clean, sober from opioids. That's a good thing, man. What's up, Backlash?
Is this
Is
helping?
this
any?
helping?
Hang on.
Hang on.
Give me a second,
Give me a
Lance.
second, Lance.
Get out
Yeah.
and
Get out and then
All right. Yeah, guys, tonight we just gonna hang out, talk, see what everybody's up to this weekend. This morning I was planning on going fishing. I was gonna go carp fishing, but man, the wind up here today, it was like 50 degrees or whatever. But the wind was so bad I decided just to stay at the house. Yeah, I gotta get a headset then this week just to make sure. Because you guys probably got the echo still because I'm on a Android. Tonight we was supposed to have a special guest, but he's under the weather, so he canceled earlier today, and we'll reschedule that. It's the owner of Carp Angler I think he's out of New York.
Let's see. Did that help any?
Let's see. Did that help any?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, it only echoes with guests. Huh.
What
Interesting.
What?
Well, thanks for coming in, everybody. How was your fishing trip this weekend, Richard? And that sucks. I went out, well, as you know, I was on Danny's last night. We didn't have nothing. I didn't get nothing. Still early for Burbot, but I'm still trying.
Let's see.
Did that help any?
Trying to see if
Trying to see if it
makes a difference
makes
when
a
I put
difference
the
when I put
volume
the
down.
volume down.
Byron said
Byron
he
said he
called
called
stripers today.
stripers today.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we're gonna work through this echo. If I mute myself, I won't be able to talk. But yeah, seeing that it's getting colder up here. No more catting for me. So we're gonna be doing some burbot fishing. And we're gonna be using them Ancient Mariner reels like I always do. 3 degrees. I got you.
You see Richard, huh? I got you
I
covered
got you
on
covered
mine.
29.
Oh, 37 degrees. So tonight, we're going to get John to talk about, he went out fishing this weekend. Of course, you guys know he fished in Mississippi. And you guys know we carrying the Ancient Mariner reels and the rods. So I'm going to mute myself while John talks about the Ancient Mariner reel and the rod.
Byron, it is coffee, brother. I don't have anything else in it. You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Earphones. But I'd had to do that with the phone, I think, wouldn't I?
You should be able to plug them in right to the side of the What you on, a laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to plug it into the side of the laptop. There should be an outlet.
Let me go see
Let
what
me
I
go
got.
see what I got.
But yeah, guys, this weekend we'll let John talk about it, but he was out on the Mississippi, and it's his first time using the Ancient Mariner 6000 and the rod, the Ancient Mariner rod. When he gets back, we'll get him to talk about how he liked it and how it performed for him. Nah, Richard, I give him about another 2 weeks, man. What's up, Chucky? And see, that's one of the reasons I started using the Ancient Mariner. Started seeing Chucky talk about him in the live chats, and I went ahead and I pulled the trigger. I got my first 6000. That was a couple of years ago. Nah, Richard, I believe they'll probably be in. Hopefully, like last year, they were in Thanksgiving weekend. So hopefully again this year it's the same thing. But today I was gonna go out and carp fish, but it's so windy, man. When I woke up at 5 this morning, I decided just to stay at the house. But yeah, tonight we just winging it, guys, because like I said earlier, we had a guest lined up. But he got in touch with me. All right, Danny. Yeah, you tore them fish up today, man. Yeah, Chucky, you need any more of them for the rods? You check out the River Cat Tackle. We started carrying the rods and the reels. We got the 6000s, the 7000s, and then we got the rods. What's up, Cold Creek? Doing good this evening, man. Yeah.
Is that working in there?
Is there any echo, guys? John got him some headphones on.
I found something 100 years old.
Yeah,
Still echoing.
Still echoing.
Is that helping any? I turned the volume down on them. Let's see if that works any.
Yeah, Code Creek. Check them out on our website, the River Cat Tackle website, man. They're good reels. Yeah, Danny. I seen that. You got that trifecta, man.
Just trying to get this to work a little better. Is that helping any? I figured it would be.
We'll work through it tonight. So yeah, the burbot fishing, it's slow on my end right now, but as it gets colder, if you guys watch my channel in the past, you know the colder it gets, the better my burbot fishing will get, because they move in from the deep parts of Lake Michigan. Yeah, Billy, it's from they got a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I did,
What I
Lance,
did,
was
Lance, was
I used, I went fishing yesterday, and
and
I used Ancient Mariner 7000 and 7'6" medium heavy Challenger rod. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And it works real well. It's a good combination.
good combination.
Yeah, video you showed me, that was you can tell it's got a good backbone on that rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds good now.
Good now.
I wonder if I can
wonder if
unplug it and get this off my head.
off my head.
Let's find out.
Find out.
How's that?
How's that?
Did it go bad?
Did it go bad again?
Don't sound like
Don't
it.
sound like it.
So how? Oh, okay, look, lady.
Nope. All right.
Nope.
Let me get this back on.
Yeah, as soon as I unmuted, they said it started.
Soon as you
As soon as you
unmute it.
unmute it,
Yeah.
So you got to
so
go
you
on
gotta
mute
go on mute
Why you talk?
while I
while
talk.
I talk.
Well, if you do
Well,
that,
if you do that,
I don't have to
I
wear
don't have to wear
these,
these,
Yeah.
and I'll just
let
you know
let
when
you
I'm
know when
finished.
I'm finished.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right, guys. We're gonna get John talking. I'm on mute, so we get rid of the dang echo.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I went on the river yesterday with the 7'6" medium heavy Challenger rod and the 7,000 reel. And guys, I'm surprised. It worked really, really well. I mean, the reel done its job. It's got a double clutch on the double drag on the spool, which allows you to get it adjusted good to cast pretty decent weights. I was using 5 ounces of weight plus probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about 6 or 7 ounces of bait, and cast it real well. Didn't have an issue with it, and stuck a 40-pound blue with it, and the rod worked really well. The action on the rod is, to some people they might think it's light, but it's surprising at how fun it is to fish with it, because you get good action on the tip, but the backbone of that rod comes in pretty even where it needs to be. It's about a third of the way in. When the fish really puts the heat on you, it backbone comes in, still gives you good action, real good fight, and it done really well. I was surprised. All right, Lance.
Yeah, that's a good thing to know, man. That's the best video I've seen with the rod. So I can't wait to get my hands on one or two of them. And that blue, man, that blue really looked good. So I'm
And
excited to get one.
I'm gonna show you
I'm
how
gonna
much
show you how much
that I put in
that I
the
put
reel
in the reel
and still
and
cast
still
real
cast
good.
real good.
What's up, Dustin? Rebel River and that. So yeah, guys. I mean, Chucky and Annette, they use the Ancient Mariner reels. Like I said earlier, that's how I got word about the Ancient Mariner reels myself.
Look how much.
Look how much long.
Can you see it?
What
Can you
pound?
see it?
Yeah, what pound test is that, John?
That's 40. That's 40 long.
Yeah, John put that he put that rod and he put that reel to work yesterday. He caught some nice fish.
Let me see if I
See if I can show you.
I'm trying to
I'm
get
trying to get
it.
this so you can see.
Back it
Back
up.
it up.
Can y'all see
Y'all see
the end of the
the end
rod?
of the rod?
Yeah.
Now,
Now,
when I pull
when
on
I
the
pull on
string,
this,
watch the
watch
back
the back button.
when it comes
It
in.
comes in
Right there.
right there.
I mean,
I mean,
it's there.
it's there.
And I know I believe Dustin uses the Ancient Mariners, or he used to. I know he's using the I seen him using them before. Yeah. He's been using them for 2.5 years. He said they're great rods.
They're really
They're
fun.
really fun.
So yeah, tonight, man, I mean, my
Yeah.
burbot fishing now, they're pretty much like catfish. They eat everything catfish does. And I've caught them. I caught them using Santee rigs, Carolina rigs. And I also caught them using my Hawaiian slide rig that I introduced to the catfishing community last year or the year before. I know a couple guys used them. I know Richard used them for a little while. But with that rig, I like that because it keeps your bait, especially if you're fishing in a snaggy area, that keeps your bait up in the water column. All you gotta do is make your sinker line whatever length you want. I usually make mine like 3-4 foot long, so that'll keep your bait up in the water column on that rig. And if you're using the live bait, that slide rig, what it does, that bait can swim up and down. 922 burbot is a freshwater cod. They're actually in the lingcod family, but they look like a flathead. They're camo. They get camoed up like the flathead does, so they blend in with their surroundings and stuff. Like if you look back at some of my videos, you'll see, or some of my shorts actually, I think, you'll see the different colors that they get. They get dark. Some of them are real light color. And there was a few last winter that I caught. They were pretty much yellow like a flathead. You clean them just like just like a catfish. You skin them, and then you can fillet from right behind the ribs all the way down to the tail. And that gives you a boneless fillet. You can actually get four nice pieces out of 2 fillets. And then on top of the ribs, you get what they call the loins. You get 2 nice, decent size pieces right above the rib cage that you can cut out. And then you can deep fry them, or you fry them up in butter like I do, butter and garlic and all that. But they fight real good. Last year when I caught that 9.8 pounder on Mr. Steve Adams' channel during his live, man, that thing was pulling some drag.
That's the
That's
7.
the 7.
That's a pretty green there.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
smooth. Look, I mean, it's just as smooth as can be. So you got your for your spool, and you have another one right here for your spool. That's why you can put so much string and control it. Now with the amount of clutch disc that he has in here, the only thing about it is you you have to be real finicky on your drag, because a little bit on the drag means a whole lot on the spool, because the clutches, I mean, they work, they catch good. I mean, it's surprising. Real quiet, and it has a really neat feature too. When you flip your lever back, if you just so happen to bump it a little bit, it clicks forward one more time, but the spool keeps rolling, and you don't lose your anchor with that snapback. So it pretty neat system.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say about the Ancient Mariner reels. I'm an Abu man myself, and a Penn man, but them Ancient Mariners, they cast smooth and they cast a country mile, man. So eventually I'll be switching over to all Ancient Mariner.
That's what I'm
that's
talking
what I'm
about.
talking about.
And I've been thinking about doing that a long time. But now that I seen you use that rod and seen the action in it. Yeah, it's real. I like that.
It's
It's
a good
a
setup.
good setup.
Yeah, that the Ocean Tycoon, that's that low profile, ain't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That one does look nice too.
Dustin,
Dustin,
I couldn't get
I
these
couldn't get
football
these
hands to
football
work
hands
on
to
that
work.
little reel. That small reel like that, Dustin, my old broke up hands ain't gonna work too well on it. But yeah, it would probably, I'm more than sure it's gonna cast as smooth and as far as this one here will, for sure.
Oh yeah, 922. What bells you hearing?
Update.
Update.
He's fixing to put a speed burn in it.
Oh man. Yeah, that'll make a real big difference there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, last night Danny thinks he was freezing last night. As you guys know, man, I know he was freezing because he had that fire going on that bank. But just keep a lookout if you're new to my channel. I fish all winter long, and it gets below zero. It gets windy. I'm out there when it's snowing. There's ice. It gets so bad. There's ice on my braid. So when I reel in, you see ice just flying everywhere. But I fish with whatever the weather is, so especially up here in Wisconsin. And that's when the burbot come in when it gets nice and cold. And the colder it gets, the better it is. And that'd be the Ocean Tycoon.
That is.
Yeah, it's a pretty reel.
Just as smooth as the rest.
Yeah, it's a pretty color too. I love that red. Yeah, 922. I'm gonna figure something out. I got a heater. I just gotta get me some kind of hunting blind or a tent, something, so I can get out of that wind. Like last year when I was fishing I was live 9 hours one time last year during the salmon run, and it was nothing. It rained the whole dang time, and I sat out in the rain. By the time I was done, I was drenched. But
See, we got.
that's how it goes.
Yeah, this is. They need to quit fighting. Whoever got the worst argument going at Google or whichever, they need to go ahead and get this stuff straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
So you out fishing right now, 922? Oh man. Yeah, I wish they get this fixed. A week to a week and a half, that's a little too dang long.
As long as this fixed.
Let's see. If anybody wants to come up, just hang out and talk, man. You guys welcome to come up. Tonight's just hang out and
Shoot the breeze.
Shoot the breeze.
Yep, we just hanging out tonight. Like I said, we did have a show planned, but special guest got sick. Yeah, Stan, we know. That's that Google and StreamYard BS. You been out fishing, Stan? In the Susquehanna? If you wasn't doing chores, you'd come up, huh? What's the price on the 7,000s, John?
The
The
Oh, that's awesome, Stan.
bam. I had to make sure. Just inform anybody. The 7,000 14.99.
114.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard, I know that.
Free shipping.
free shipping.
You heard me, Lance?
You heard me, Lance?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys order from River Cat Tackle. Everything's free shipping. So you pay what the price is. No extra costs on the shipping. That's rare to find nowadays. I only know of a couple places that do that. One of them is River Cat Tackle.
Stan's right. I caught
I caught
most of mine in 92 foot. It was 92 foot of water where I caught most of the fish Saturday. The last few I caught was in around 58 to 62.
Man, if I wanted to see that kind of deep water, I'd have to go into Lake Michigan.
Ain't the deepest.
We go, man. Lake Michigan, I know it gets real deep. Yeah, there you go, 922. He said you're gonna finish. He said not a bad price. Now finish the boat and trailer, then upgrade rod and reels. Yeah. Looks like somebody gonna end up with a bunch of Ancient Mariner rod and reels. But if we don't see 922 around anymore, we know what happened. Yeah, Stan, you know me. What's up, Chad? Thanks for coming in, man. Wintertime, man, I fish for burbot all the way until the spring. And I get back on them channel cats. Next year I'll be trying to get on them flatheads too. Get that little boat of mine on the Fox River up here and hit them log jams. Oh yeah, you just got back from a scouting mission, huh, Creo?
You've been on my
Been
end.
on my end.
Man, Stan, I've thrown liver. They ain't take nothing, man. I use suckers, and that's what I catch my burbot on. Yeah, I've tried stink bait on these burbot. They said they like stink bait. I've tried that. I tried liver. But this year I'm actually gonna try some mussels too, because they say they like mussels. I can get mussels pretty cheap up here. But my go-to bait for burbot is just some cut suckers. And live suckers too, so I always get on them, so it'll be a fun winter. I'm actually going to try going for catfish too at some point, because that one spot I go to in Fort Washington, the water stays pretty dang warm. So I'm going to try some channel cats over there during the winter and see if that help. See if I can get into them. Creo said he went and looked at the landing at Big Cajun. Someone did a horrible job putting some stone down. Hey, Ashley.
He got a
He
forward.
got a forward.
You been out fishing, Ashley? I know you like going out and fishing, unless you've been working a lot. Oh. You want to tell everybody how you rig up, John, for your fishing?
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
The
The
rig.
rig.
It's old.
It's old.
Yeah. Hey, it's old. It's old school, but it works.
That it does.
That it does.
Ah, dang, Ashley, that's bad. I'd go crazy if I couldn't hit the river or the lake.
Wouldn't be good.
Wouldn't be good.
Oh no. That's why I ain't worked. What's up, Maurice? That's why I don't work on the weekends. That's when I gotta hit the river. Miss Jody, thanks for coming in. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'm gonna do. I mean, pretty much I got a setup almost like you use, John. You showed me your setup. I might actually try it. The way I look at it, that's less. You ain't got to worry about too many knots breaking. Which, with me, I'm confident in my knot tying. So I know my knots ain't gonna break unless I hit a sharp rock. But there's only a couple places I fish that can happen at.
Read Danish.
Read Danish.
What are y'all talking about? I was eating and that makes a lot of noise. What's up, Joe Ziegler? Yeah, man, this ain't the first problem we've had with StreamYard and Google. So everybody knows how it goes. But it's still a lot quieter than Danny Stone.
I didn't say
I
it.
didn't say it.
Oh, yeah, Ashley. She said she ate chili. She'll be making noise later.
Yep.
Yep.
But now, man, these talk shows, I mean, yeah, everybody's got their. You guys know how it is. Heck, some days you got special guests. Some days you got a subject you want to talk about, and then there's days like this where you
Just
wing
wing
it
it.
and you
Just wing
just
it.
hang out. So
We're gonna see
We're
about
gonna see about
doing a
doing a
special
special one
next week
next week
if I can
if
get
I
it
can get it
planned out.
planned out.
all right, that sounds good. Yeah, 922. I've used just a simple three-way rig for a long time. I still use it. When I got back into catfishing and I started looking on YouTube and all that stuff, it was before I found the catfishing community on YouTube. Everybody talking about Sandy rigs and Carolina rigs. I was like, what the heck's a Carolina rig? Started Kentucky rig. Man, a Kentucky rig, that's just a regular three-way rig. I've been using that all my life, even ocean fishing. But different parts of the country call it a different name. That's all it is. Yeah, Creo, exactly. I mean, I've done the weekly talk shows before, but it was at night. I was hanging out. When you do them real late night shows, that's pretty much like just hanging out and talking. I mean, I give Hogleg credit. He's been doing the Boar's Nest for a couple of years now, I believe, and he does a dang good job on it. He's had some good sidekicks on there, like the dearly missed Kenneth Powell. And now I think he's got, who's he got on there now? I ain't watched it in a long time because I'm usually asleep. I think he's got Quiet Man Curtis. But as you guys know, once you get to know Curtis, he ain't quiet. Yeah, you guys 2 years already, Creo? Dang. So yeah, we got about 5 more minutes and we're gonna cut it at the hour mark, guys. But yeah, as time goes on, the shows, and they'll get, well, every now and then we'll have the, here we go, John's, this is what John uses.
It's simple.
It's simple.
But
But
Ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I think nowadays everybody gets caught up in all that flashy stuff. I was bad when I was younger. I bass fished for many years, and I got caught up in all that flashy lures and everything that was coming out. Man, I was paying $8, $10, $15 for spinner baits when I was bass fishing. I had about 6 different tackle boxes just for bass fishing alone. I was spending big money on it. Why? Because I got caught up like everybody does in the fishing world. Lure looked pretty to me, so hey, a fish will like it, right? I bought something that didn't work, and I bought some that were some of the ugliest, and they worked the best.
922
922.
old fashioned.
Old fashioned.
Old-fashioned river rig. Yeah, I mean, just got to think about it. The old timers, man, back in the day, they didn't have all this flashy stuff. I ain't saying you old. Or am I? But I mean, the simplest stuff works. Yeah, Joe. I mean, my rods too. I was buying. I ain't even gonna say how many rods I had back then, just for bass fishing. Now I just do when I catfish. I use catfishing rods. I use that for burbot fishing, salmon fishing. I did get me a one rod not long ago specifically for carp fishing. So, like you guys know, that's a new adventure for me, actually targeting them dang things. But I don't eat them, but they do. I've hooked into a few before I started targeting them. Now I target them, I ain't catching none.
Dustin's right.
Dustin's right.
Exactly. The bait is for the fish, everything else is for the angler. Yeah, you got that right. And don't get me wrong, I do use those. I mean, I got rigs with the inline rattles, the beads, and all that. But I really don't use them much. The floats, yeah, I use the oval floats and cigar floats and stuff because, yeah, that does help hold your bait up off the bottom when you need it to. As we all know, different times of the year, fish are in different parts of the water column, different depths, and all that fun stuff. I'm a bank fisherman. I look at the water, pick a spot. I know the river I fish, so I know what rigs I need to use in what areas and all that. Although I have been using a lot more of the dragon weights in the rocky areas because I've noticed that my rigs don't get hung up as much in the rocky areas and all the snags and all that with the dragon weights. Just your regular bank sinkers, your no roll sinkers, you'll get hung up in all that crap on the bottom. So, but I knew, just like the egg sinkers, I use egg sinkers too, in the rocky areas. which actually helps me not lose a lot of tackle. So, but for tonight, we're going to call it a night. And thanks for everybody hanging out. And next week, we may have a special guest. You guys will see. Everybody have a good night. And
Thank
y'all.
Thank y'all.
Bye.